welcome back to Nightingale's Motorcycles, Restorers, Metal Finishers. What we're going to do in this video is going to catch up a bit because I've missed a few projects and some of the things I'm up to. So we've got our customers bike in for a lot of bits, but we're going to have them looking nice. So I thought I'll show you them beforehand, and then the next video they'll be finished, because you got the grips what we actually do of all the different restoration machinery we have. So I think if we then move on to some of the things what are in the workshop just on this week, and kind of go through a few things and projects we're going to be catching up with as well. So we'll go through it at workshops and have a quick look. This is a 125 Honda, so we've got most of the parts of the bike. There's some more bits coming in, but I've just put this to our strip tank, just wafted it over it to see what's on it, and already you can kind of see what it's doing to it. But I'm just going to show you up close the back subframe, and then we'll go on to the swinging arm. Swinging arm close up, and the fork legs and some footrest brackets. We can have see some oxidisation on aluminium there. There's some more hangers to do, the same colour, fork legs, and then onto the frame. Nice frame this, nice frame. So off the frame onto the wheels, close up of the wheels. Now you can see they've got the usual 40-year-old marks. We've got oxidisation. I've got this piece of alloy billet in the middle. What I'm going to do with this is take this off. I'm going to give this a light walnut, and then I'll vapour this. So it's and the bolts I might just cerakote or ceramic coat them. But these will be powder coated. We're going to whip the tyres off soon. We've got a colour. We've seen the customer. We've made a decision on this one, and the decision is that usually I'd probably cerakote, but because of the substrate of actually this swinging arm, I'm going to zinc powder that, and then move on to the frame, powder that, powder the wheels, and powder coat the subframe in black, and go from there on it. And I think this is the best process for it, because as you know, ceramic coating I don't use a base primer, so what you see is what you get. So, but I will be doing sieving this out a little bit and applying it as thin as I can, so I don't get a mockly finish. So I'm hoping for a really good result on this. So we'll move on to the next thing in the workshop. Right, so I'll run you through a few bits we're doing in the workshop this week to finish off. We've still got some wheels with powder coated, and we're going to clear coat them next, the yellow ones, to finish them off. They're looking nice now. And we'll go back onto our Honda specials, and our RS 250 has had another good result this weekend. We've been making modifications to this bike. I know we're after results, but at the end of the day we're also after longevity out of the run and reliability. And some of the mods we've made, when we first started off with this bike, there was a few issues and they were just personal. So we've played them out, carburation again. We've got rid of the cough, the Honda cough, with another couple of mods, and the CDI box we've put on it of our own. Been behind with them because I was going to manufacture them and sell them out, but I am behind with them as well with the other few projects. But the bike's come back. I think what we'll do is the next time out, the last time out we needed a bit more power. Usually I'm tuning these down, but this had an exhaust on it, an aftermarket exhaust, and as I've said to you in many other videos, we've had everything: the 400, 500, 600 quid exhaust, big boxes, small boxes, wider, thin. And this is one of our own. We're cutting down from an original exhaust. The next one I actually do, these will be made in alloy billet, and I'm doing a modification in the little firebox there. This instantly had more power, 100%. We've tried it on our sections around the back, and then Steve Kirkwood actually rode this at the weekend. Instantly on the throttle, it was up in third gear, well up. The power band was back in, so she's running mint, lovely and smooth. We did a bit of ceramic coating to the float bowl for a bit of heat dispersion, and we're happy with it. I think after we do the next trial next month, we'll be bringing it in, and obviously it hasn't been cleaned yet. We'll be taking it down. The motor we're happy with. I'm just getting a bit sick of doing red frames, that's all. And I'll show you this one. If you come round this way, you can just see it from the front end. This is one we did a fair bit ago, colleague of mine's bike. We ceramic coated the casings in white, really to show off what we do a little bit. I powder coated the frame, zinc primed it first, powder, top coat gloss, and then clear coat lacquer. This was the start of early days of all these modifications where I got sick of hearing about TLR 200s. This has gone through all them configurations, icon piston, standard piston, different types of heads. Obviously we're running one of ours on it now, one of our modified heads. And it's had a lot of things done to it. The one thing I am behind with, but I am getting there, and I think I'll still be a month away, is our billeted yokes, triple clamps. Nightingale's Velocity Pro product. We're just making the final adjustments. Just the final adjustments. We've always fitted our billeted yokes to them, obviously from the old Honda style. And they always look more cosmetically pleasing. I like the sets which are bought online now. All good, all fantastic. We're just putting our own little bit to the yokes and final tuning. When you're selling anything out retail, not only you've got to try it, but you're trying to cover everything from people being on ball races, individual ball races, to roller bearings, to if they've done frame modifications, so they're not, they don't realise the bike's been frame modded, because it can alter things as people take things off. So we're covering every angle on that. But this one, when we've done it, this will be put back together. It's in a Rothman's coating this. I did some polishing, looking ready for just glossing up again. White casings, white rocker box, heat dispersant rocker box like I do on my cylinder heads. Different ignition on it. It's not one of our ignitions, this, but it's still a modern ignition system, which they're all good out there. They're all fantastic. The only thing I will be doing to this RS is, because it runs the same frame as the TLR 200, when I rip it down, this modification to the footrest, we didn't do it. It's fine. But if you come to this side and have a look close here, we do the modification where we incorporate it into the frame to bring the footrest back, and then we put your beta billets, you beat a footrest billet and a footrest on it, and it bolts and it looks cosmetically pleasing. The frame side of it, which I've been mentioning to you, which that is one of my other projects, but the frames are back now. We're not far off it. The only modification we've changed again on the frames, because it all depends on the individual rider. I mean, that's running standard headstock, standard lead swinging arm, but the footrests are back. But it still runs a TLR 200 frame on the RS250 TA, which is for the imported market. It actually is fine. On the variations, when you see on our mule bike down there, in the thing, or frames up in the rafters, or this frame, we've got different degrees. Now this one's the steepest one we ever did, and the rider, he loves it. He loves it at low speed. He thinks it's fantastic. So when our frame come back in, what I'm going to do is, because I keep asking this question, we've altered how we actually do the frame angle. Once we've got the frame angle put back in, the original Honda plates will be taken out here, and we'll have our own Velocity Pro plates in here with a number on it. We can add your frame number back to the machine if you wish. It'll have the footrest modification, and really I'm going to do a part exchange, because we do get them in which have been modified, cuts at the top and all kinds of things, and a little bit of distortion here and there, but it's nothing we can't do. So the yokes are, I'll safely say, the company who's manufacturing, two companies who are working with us on different, they've been fantastic with us, but they do appreciate that we are kind of fine tuning. But when we're putting videos out to the customer, it's always next week, but we are still on a bit of a delay. So we'll move on to the next thing now and go from there. So the heads we do, our TLR heads, as you've seen them in the past, we gas flowing them, the valves ceramic coated, the cams, the double bearings, the bigger valves, they're steady away now. We're happy with them. We've run them for 5 years, and it's just a case of when the order comes in, we assemble one up. You also get the billeted top, the billet at the back, stainless steel, and a new flange for the exhaust system. What we tend to do is we've gone back, we've kept with an 8mm stud on this, nice and robust, but it fits everything, fits straight on. As I say, these are gas flowed anyway. If we get more technical on other bikes or whatever, we do piston coating, ceramic coating, but on standard on your TLR 200 heads, rocker box gets a neat dispersant coating, the camshaft gets coated, the valve stems get coated, and a few bits of billets, and then one of our covers if you wish to use it. If you don't, that's up to you. We've got some classic, very posh in for ceramic coating, MV Augusta pipes in. I'd like to think how much they're worth. Onto a bit of a bench here. This is old school cars. This is some Wolf Wraith wheels. We're doing this one for the customer. Everyone who I've spoke to today doesn't mind me showing you the parts. We've started cutting this on the bench. We've taken off the original coating, so if you're into your classic cars or any cars, this was a bit of a swine to get off this back coating, even with the gear we have. But the idea was, I said to the customer, this was black before and dull, so the idea is when we get the cut back, before it goes into Canning's three-phase polishing, I'm going to mask this off. I was going to vapour it, because that's a nice colour at the background instead of the black. But I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to walnut blast it over this. I'm going to mask the fronts up and I'm going to give it a star silver ceramic coat. So when the wheel's polished, when you look through it, it's going to have the ceramic coating will look exactly the same as a good quality vapour finish. But I think for this, with it getting warm, any dust from anywhere, I think it'll look for longevity. So there's about another 2 hours in there, getting all the work out of it, and then it'll go to Canning's polishing. We don't just do, we do all kinds of customers and different things. I mean, we've even got brassing to do, silver polishing, you know, where you see a part come in and then we start to take samples of it to show the customer. Same with silver or pots, you know. Got to remember some of your really early motorcycles we do, they're on brass pumps, they're on headlamps, what are brass. So we'd still do that on the motorcycle side. Got some Kawasaki calipers in, they're going to be ultra fine blasted, bunged, everything bunged, the pistons and everything. These are going for a ceramic coating in a satiny black. They'll look as brand new when they're done. Got loads of engine bolts in. And then on this side, we concentrate on, we always put remove tank liners because they're usually failed, as well as fit the occasional one. As I said in a previous video, I stopped fitting them because getting tanks to us, it's a courier what causes the damage. So what I've decided to do, this will be another one of these things, but we're getting there. We're gonna, the standard, the person who comes in the workshop says a rusty tank. So remember, we're trying to save your tank rather than fitting a liner. Everybody wants to fit liners, it's a last resort. Unless you start spending big bucks on liners, 2-pack ones, single pack ones, how you get the insides cleaned, the failure rate's pretty high. But I'm going to discuss this in a separate video. But my idea is, well, it's not an idea now, it's there. We're going to have these bottles labelled up, 1 litre, 2 litres, so there's 1 litre of each, and a separate small bottle. So what we're going to have is a pre-cleaner, which we will sell separately. Now it's a commercial product, and it's 100% product. It's not a watered down product. Now most of the times when I've done all these tanks and people bring me things in they buy off the internet, there's never enough. But I will discuss it. I'm making a separate video, so the idea is if you want to de-rust a tank, it'll also be an instruction sheet, but it'll be on the internet like now, so you can follow it through. But we've always got the helpline to phone at the office. So one product will be to degrease it, so this could be a fiberglass tank, a race bike, a bike what's had stale fuel in it, or we're probably going to a fuel injection system, so the workshop wants it cleaning before they'll service it, or they won't warranty any parts. Bike that's been stood for a long time. Shadow rusting, where it looks like shadow rusting, but actually it's still fuel, easy to get confused with. So that's what one product will be. The next product will be an acid with some phosphate in it, a product we've used for 25-30 years. We've used these products 100% again, but we're going to go through how to wrap your tank, how to do this, how to identify, and then the last thing's a product you'll put in it to obviously neutralise everything and get it filled up with petrol again. It's the same process, this kit we are selling, as if you were prepping for a tank line, if you was doing it, or I was prepping for a tank liner. What I'm trying to say to you is, if you take the amount of tank liners I take out for people, even if they've had them fitted somewhere, because even the best man in the world, whoever fits it, you can't guarantee it with modern fuels. It's horrendous. So I take them out, then I use this product, and they have the tank back actually now fine. They didn't need the tank liner. So remember, tank liners are the last resort. I won't be selling a tank liner. What I'll be selling is, I'll be selling a pre-product, a cleaning agent, something to neutralise it, and it works. So going through the workshop, that's a few things in this week. I said that the reason of the video was to show you all them bike parts, what this customer's brought in, close up, and then I'll show you them finished so you can get an idea. So till the next one, thank you very much.